Post Malone, meanwhile, is upset today. Posted on Twitter. He tried to go to a rooftop bar in Perth, Australia, at the QT Hotel, very exclusive hotel. He goes to a rooftop bar there, which is very popular, apparently. And they turned him away because they have strict policy against face, neck, and offensive tattoos. And he's got a ton of face tattoos.
Oh, that's right. That's the face guy.
Oh, my gosh. I saw him New Year's Eve last year. And, Biggie always says that scares me. And I have to concur. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got face tattoos all over. I like some of his music.
Everyone does.
Post Malone.
Yeah, he's got some real catchy songs. But then, people like you see him, and you get nervous.
I am surprised anybody has a policy these days, especially with a celebrity, against a face or neck tattoo. But they do, and they made no exception, even for Post Malone.
Was a lot of that try to weed out gangs?
I guess
I'm
that's
sure that's
it.
what it is.
Yeah. So no offensive, no face, no neck tattoos. And he posted, they turned me away from my tats. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. He ended up at another bar where he bought drinks for everybody and said they could be getting drinks over at the QT, but we're having them here from Post Malone. I am surprised, but I guess you're right. I guess it's about gangs and such like that. A scary moment for another superstar, Wynona Judd. She was on stage in Dayton, Ohio over the weekend and almost passed out. She was dizzy and had a serious problem. She was doing a little Q&A as well as singing.
Hang on a second. I am really dizzy. Can somebody come up here, please? Yeah, I'm really dehydrated, and I'm having a hard time, so hang on a second. Hang on.
She had to test herself by singing one of her classes.
I'm just really dizzy, and this has never happened before, so of course it would happen in Ohio. If I faint, just take a lot of pictures, okay? Mama, he's crazy.
All right, she's back into it now. She did not faint.
Can you try that today at the gym? If you're right there on the limit, right there in the orange zone. I do not feel. Hang on, Mama, he's crazy. I'm back.
Somebody get up here.
Can someone come over here, please?
I am not well. Hang on. Hit that beat. Bring the beat back one more time. Why not me? Okay, I'm good.
I like that.
You got it done.
Just judge your way back to good health.
She did not pass out, and she tweeted afterwards, all is well.
Dizzy and dehydrated. Those are not
ordinary
ordinary symptoms.
They brought her some water. She
That's
had
Biggie.
Water. That's you.
Still,
that's right.
Dizzy and dehydrated.
Sometimes they say to me when my heart rate gets way up at the gym, we can see our heart rate on the screen. And a lot of times the coach will say, she'll just stand behind me with that defib machine, that they have. And so she'd be like,
just rubbing the paddles together.
Just in case. I don't blame her.
Just in case. Exactly. They stand near me. Michelle from Japan, our listener farthest away, talks about tattoos on the face. We just mentioned Post Malone got kicked out, also in a foreign country, in Australia, of a hotel bar because he had facial tattoos. Michelle, go ahead.
Hi, yes. So happy Valentine's Day to Allie, who has lots of tattoos. And we've been talking about this because we want to go to hot springs in Japan. But in Japan, they are extremely strict about tattoos. A lot of places will turn away people with tattoos in the hot springs where you actually have to be, naked. They will absolutely refuse anybody with even the smallest tattoo. Some of them will let you cover it up if you can, but most of them will flat out refuse. And it's because the culture is just gotten so afraid of tattoos because of gangs, because of the Yakuza stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they're really strict on tattoos here.
Interesting. That's what Kristen was saying, because maybe that's the same type thing in Australia. Is anybody in America, do you think any really high-end restaurant or bar, if you came in with neck and face tattoos, would send you packing? I bet there are a few. I think there are some. Yeah, I bet that's true.
Some.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you have tattoos, Michelle?
I do not. When I found out about that, I specifically avoided tattoos because of that. I also avoided getting a middle name. So, I had to change my name, right, because of the transgender stuff.
Right.
And in Japan, they do not have middle names. So when I changed my name, I got rid of middle names completely because it makes filling out forms and things a whole lot easier. So little things that you do like that in order to live in other countries.
Yeah, I guess. Are you ever coming back to America? We never ask you that. Do you think you'll ever come back?
That's a really tough question right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
Interesting question.
That's your personal stuff. I didn't mean to tread. But happy Valentine's Day. And I hope that the tattoo thing doesn't keep you out of the hot spring. I was in a hot spring, 3 years ago. And
Were you naked?
no. No, I was closed.
Is this at Dollywood World?
No. They do. What did they have? They don't.
No,
have
that was the couples retreat thing.
Oh, the shooting range?
Yeah, with the bachelor, or it wasn't bachelor party or
The quail
anniversary.
It was a friend of ours' 40th birthday party.
That's it.
And she wanted to go to
Shoot clays?
We wanted to go shoot clays, and that's what we did. I did a lot of shooting, but then the guys made sport of me because I cut the shooting short to go back to the spa. I was in the
Right.
The hot spring was really nice, but I really enjoyed my time in the spa, and I was nude in the spa in the sauna, with the towel wrapped around me, and just felt great in there. The guys kept on shooting, and I said, I gotta cut this short. Remember that I went out. What is skeet? Shot some skeet and so forth. But the hot spring was really nice. I don't recall if we saw tattoos there. I'm sure that there's no problem having tattoos.
Yeah, if you ever watch movies like I know Biggie's seen like the John Wicks and some of these other movies and like Denzel's Equalizers, bad guys are like the Yakuza are covered in tattoos. It's always a dead giveaway.
Well, that's then. They're what she's talking about.
And the
Japan.
Russian gangs and the Japanese gangs, they're all covered.
They have certain tattoos that show that.
I mean,
right?
you look at the mugshots of the guys who were like lifers in and out of prison.
Face.
It's not uncommon to
Face,
see a lot of facial tats.
And, as our attorney has told us, you can discriminate like that if you own a private business. You can take them right out of there as long as it's not based on race, gender, sexual orientation. That's all it is.
Things you can't control generally, that's the shorthand.
The rest of it is, if you get a tattoo, then there's a tiny amount of restaurants you can't be in. This is about loving your body also. And another great country star is coming clean about why she wanted to go nude. And it's Shania Twain. Shania did a nude pictorial recently for her album, her latest album. She's photographed in the nude. And she said now was the perfect time for her. And here's why.
I'm only going to get saggier and older and wrinklier as time goes on. So I might as well jump in right now and face this head on. Do a naked photo shoot. And that's what I did. And it just helped me so much. It was it was like, okay, just dive in.
She's loving her body, and she's loving the freedom that she had to do.
You're a fan, right? I know whether Dave's a fan. Have you checked out the pictorial?
I've not seen him. No,
Have you heard the music?
I've not heard it. Have you seen it, Biggie? Have you seen their... No. What is she now? In her mid-50s? Yeah. It is a great time. Good for her body.
Yeah.
Body positivity.
TikTok, Shania.
Body positivity.
Yeah. I see her out everywhere and
really promoting that album.
Really promoting it. She had I think a red wig on at the Grammys. She
Oh, that's
definitely
right.
stood
Yeah.
out there. And so I don't know what this is besides just promotion for her album.
Yeah, but that new thing, hey, you do you be you. That's my whole thing right now.
Yes.
It's
always been your motto.
Let's just do it.
No judgment.
Live your truth, right?
Yeah. Did you break up with somebody? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's usually what happens. There's a breakup, and then somebody hits the gym, new hairstyle.
What does Biggie always say that people, when they do something like that or get a nose ring, they'll put on Facebook.
I did a thing.
That's, and you have to kind of guess what it is. Well, now you've got green hair.
Yeah.
Or
it's always a change of hair,
nose ring,
piercing.
Yeah.
It's not really a guess. They'll put it out there. They'll show you right there. I did a thing.
I read this list of things that first it was like what millennials or Gen Z are sick of baby boomers saying, and then what baby boomers are sick of millennials doing. And one of those was, oh, I did a thing, for everything.
Yeah,
right.
Everything.
And then recently we heard that woman who was upset with Apple because something they did for Black History Month. And she said, good morning, everyone, except Apple.
See, I think that's kind of funny. I always thought those were kind of funny.
I didn't know that was even going on, but people were tired of that. The baby boomers and the Gen X were tired of that, too. It's like, good morning, everyone, except Taco Bell. They say that out like that. But here's a breaker for you. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly may have broken up. Talk about two people I know nothing about.
Heat, man. I've been watching this.
Yeah, I figured you had been. Now, this is the thing where, remember, when he gave her the wedding ring, somehow it is barbed, so for taking it off, it's painful to take it off. Remember
and
that?
They've exchanged blood. They're people.
Yes.
They're that type of couple.
Yes.
Where they, they've licked each other's blood and
right.
But
are you saying they're single?
Apparently,
They
yeah.
are. Well,
They are.
I saw this. I follow her on Instagram. And I noticed that she put up this whole. The thing is, when you're going through a breakup, the big thing is to put some type of caption from Beyonce's Lemonade album up.
Yeah,
Because
really? Yeah.
that album was all about Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is there one particular lyric that comes up often?
No, I've seen several. I forget exactly what Megan Fox put up, but she
I've
basically
got it.
you
I've
got it. Yeah.
It says, "You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your breath." That is a line from "Pray You Catch Me" from the Lemonade album by Beyonce.
So she put that up, and then it was her looking super hot in several photos, and then what appeared to be a fire with a bunch of stuff in it, which we're assuming are things that Machine Gun Kelly had given her.
Right. That's right.
Now he's gone full quiet mode. He's not said anything so far, at least up until this morning.
Megan was not with Machine Gun Kelly when he performed at the Sports Illustrated Super Bowl party on Saturday. They did attend a party that Drake threw the night before, but sources say she's not wearing the wedding ring now, which she had to take off a lot of skin to get that off. Remember, that was the pain there. And when they drank each other's blood back when they got married, it was such a thing of we're taking each other forever. I didn't know Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that elevator video was what ended up being true, fairly true, I believe.
Was that her sister?
Her sister started smacking Jay-Z and stuff.
Because he cheated
Because it was
on Beyonce.
And the whole Lemonade album is basically about, that's why it's referenced quite often when somebody cheats.
Oh, I didn't edit. I don't know.
I know.
The lemonade.
Yeah.
Is it because sour?
Yeah, I guess.
Squeeze.
Sure.
We're being squeezed here. Lemonade.
Sure.
I don't know how to read into that kind of thing. That's what I'm reading into it.
But
Okay.
there's been they've broken up before, I think, a few times like this. So who really knows?
Well, sources are saying it's not officially over. They're just mad at each other, and she's not speaking to him. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
I will
One
too.
follows the other on socials. Let us know.
I'm all over it. She unfollowed everyone except for 3 people.
Yeah, well, see, the big thing is, too, she followed Eminem, which MGK and Eminem have beef.
You're right.
Oh, you'd have to tell me that.
Just plain.
MGK and Eminem.
They have beef.
They have beef with each other.
I saw Eminem when I watched Hard Knocks before the football season in Detroit, and the announcer, who you do such a good impression of, said, well, there's no need to introduce this man who came to practice. And I was like, well, you need to introduce him to me because I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Eminem. Detroit's most famous native. I still don't know who it is.
I felt old the other day because I loved Eminem growing up.
Yeah.
And the news was Eminem's daughter just got engaged.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like,
Right, exactly.
oh, God, she's of engagement age.
When that guy said it's like, no introduction needed.
He's the most famous person in the building.
I don't know him. I don't know who that is.